Welcome to episode 83 of Tools in the Hall. Just to let you know ahead of time, I'm really tired shooting this video tonight, so if I nod off partway through, go on without me. First up, there's this 4-piece door panel set from Gearwrench. You use this to remove body panels and clips and stuff. And it has 4 different pieces in it. And you can see the tip difference here on the shorter handled ones. There's a long handled one and then this snazzy curved one here. This is $88 on the truck, and I special ordered this from somebody, but it's also one that I normally have in stock between this one and the plastic 5-piece set from Astro, which costs like $25. I keep both of them on the truck because one's usually popular for one reason or another, and having both of them on the truck at the same time is a great way of giving people the choices between the 2 different sets. The guy who ordered this specifically wanted a metal handled set. It has those nice, comfortable screwdriver style handles on it, so he's going to get that one next week, and then I'll reorder it to keep it on the shelf. This is a funny tool because I don't think I've seen anyone hem or haw more over buying a tool than this. This is a 48-inch long, extendable, indexable pry bar from Gearwrench. The release here, you press and you can extend the whole thing up to 48 inches long. Try to get it on there for you. And it has a push button release on the head. And you push that to index the head 180 degrees. So you can get leverage from lots of different directions for the heaviest of heavy-duty applications. And I felt years ago when I first started selling these, I'm thinking, man, these things are going to break. I'm going to see a load of these come in for warranty. They have a lifetime warranty on it, but I have yet to have to take advantage of that because I have never seen one of these break, believe it or not. And people put a lot on these things. I felt for sure they're going to bend or break right here at the joint. They do not. I have never even seen the indexable head break. And on the smaller versions of these, they have an 8, a 10, and a 12 inch, I believe. No, an 8, a 12, and a 16, something like that. I do from time to time see the pivots break, but again, those are under warranty as well. So I just replace them when they do. But I felt for sure I was going to see more than a few of these break. Haven't yet. So I kind of jokingly tell everyone when they buy one, just, your challenge, if you choose to accept it, see if you can break that thing under normal use or even abnormal use. Just don't take a torch or a grinder to it. And people kind of chuckle, but they know that it's a very heavy-duty, substantial tool. And the reason why someone's getting this one is because someone else at the shop bought one. And he said he found himself using it so much that he figures he has to put one in his toolbox too. So he's going to be doing that, and when I deliver those upholstery tools, I'll also deliver the... What? I'm awake. Also from Gearwrench, a 13-piece external Torx socket set. Whoops, let me remove the tag for you so you can see the whole thing. This is a rather substantial set that goes from E4 on the small side all the way to E24 on the large side, and they have different drive sizes on these. 1/4-inch drive for the smaller ones, 3/8 for the medium ones, and 1/2-inch drive for the larger sizes, and they come on a very nice gray plastic rail. The customer asked me if I could get him a set of external Torx sockets for less than the price tag he saw it for on the Mako truck. And he saw these on the Mako truck for, I think, $200, he said. And I said, yeah, how's $82 sound? And he said, get those for me. And it's a really good feeling for me knowing that when somebody asks me to do a price comparison with what they see on the Snap-on or Mac or Mako trucks, I can always, and I don't think there's been a case where I haven't been able to, come in way less than them. If there's a special or a promotion, usually I can meet the price. If there's something like, say, that Milwaukee has on sale that they're also selling through Matco, that can be very competitive, but I can meet those prices easily because I get the same deals given to me through Milwaukee. When it comes to stuff like Gearwrench versus Matco or Snap-on, the price is always going to be less. And if you're new to the channel, just understand that this is tool truck pricing, which is way different what you'll find on Amazon, way different than what you're going to find in brick and mortar. It's more expensive because I offer full service and I go to the customer's site and I offer interest-free financing. So it has to cost more to cover all those benefits that I give the customer. And when it's I know $82 might seem expensive to you if you're not familiar with tool trucks. But if you get familiar with tool trucks, unfortunately, $82 seems really cheap. And I kind of fell into that myself. I remember I had to go into a brick and mortar to pick up some specialty bolts for somebody. And they sold some Mayhew pry bars and some other brands of stuff that I also sell. And I'm looking at the prices and I could not believe how much less they were selling them for than I was selling them for. But it's the way that the business and the industry works. All the mechanics understand that, and I make sure that I explain it to them. If they get on my truck for the first time, if they've never been on a tool truck, I make sure I explain to the new guys, especially, stay off the tool trucks because there's probably not going to be value in them for you this early in your career. If you do find value in it, shop them around, compare prices, compare the level of service that you get from your different tool guys, and go with the one that offers you the best value. From Lang, this is their brake caliper, compressor, and spreader. The cool thing about this is it's got two pads and a ratchet mechanism right in the middle. So you can use this in one direction and then the other if you need to either compress or spread. It works on dual and quad piston calipers as well as a single and twin piston floating calipers. There are two sizes. There's a smaller and the larger of the two. I think this is the larger of the two. Works on most applications. A smaller one you may need on some of the subcompacts or if you're working on something with particularly small calipers. The reason I like this, there are different versions of this. This one's from Lang, and Lang is a manufacturer. So chances are if you've seen this same one or a different brand, it may very well have been made by Lang and private labeled for that other brand. I like getting them from Lang themselves. They stand behind everything with lifetime warranty. The pricing is rather good, and I trust the quality of their stuff. And they've been in business for many, many years. Never let me down. I love these guys a lot. I go to them for their snap ring pliers and valve lash feeler gauges and a bunch of other specialty items that only they carry. They also make great compression tester kits, and chances are you have bought their stuff or have seen it on other trucks under different brands because they do manufacture tools for Snap-on, for Coyle and Matco, so it's entirely possible you've been on a Snap-on truck, seen something that looks like a Lang tool, probably because it is a Lang tool private labeled for Snap-on. This is the inline spark checker kit from SG Tool. Comes with a few different pieces there, and my good friend Cass Nichols, who you've seen many, many times on my channel, asked me if I could get one of the pieces in here as a replacement, or I forget, I think that one part, the tip fell out of another part or something like that. And I looked, I cannot get the individual parts for this kit, but the whole kit's $36. So he's going to replace the whole thing with this one. And a really nice specialty tool from SG Tool Aid. They're a good company who, like Lang, makes a lot of specialty tools. And also, the chances are very good that you've seen this on the Coyle and Matco truck under their brand name. I don't know if SG is actually the company that makes it, or if, like these other companies, they just go to one manufacturer and then they have everyone's name put on them. It's entirely possible. But in any case, it's the same exact set you have seen under different names. So it's nice to be able to offer the same exact tools on the other tool trucks and do it at a fraction of the price. Why do I have some Snap-on tools on the truck? Well, because these are going back to customers under warranty. I offer to help customers out with other brands' warranties, even though I am not a representative for Snap-on, nor do I own a franchise, nor do I have any affiliation with them. I offer to help people out with the warranties when they don't have a Snap-on guy or honestly don't want to deal with their Snap-on guy. And all I do is I call Snap-on corporate and I call in some part numbers. They tell me to send these to them. They send me new ones and I give them back to my customers. And I do that for all the other brands too, for Mako, Mac, and Cornwell. And it's a good differentiator that I have to set me apart from my competition because I don't know any other tool guy who will do that. And it's not difficult to do. You just have to care enough to want to do it. And I genuinely want to help people. I want to make myself useful and valuable to people. And you know, from a business perspective, that's pretty smart because it creates a dependency that I enjoy and people feel good giving me more business because they know I'll be there to help them out. Not just with the stuff that they bought from me, but also stuff that they bought from my competition. I have a 72-inch AC hose for 134, a refrigerant, and a can tap. These are both going to the same customer. He's pretty old school. He needs a replacement hose for work that he does at home, and he needs a can tap. This is for one of the smaller disposable refrigerant cans. And this dispenses a refrigerant from the can. You can use it on 1234 YF 134A and R12. It has a 1/2 inch Acme left-handed thread, a 1/2 inch Acme, and 1/4 inch flare male fitting with a check valve. You just squeeze the handle, tap the can, has a valve on it, and off you go. It really is an old school thing. And I think that in my 9 years of being in business, I've sold 2 of those. And I was not necessarily surprised when the fellow who asked me for it because knowing him as I do, I know he's pretty old school and that's the way he does his work. And I can't wait to get that to him. One of my customers came to me with a broken Milwaukee ratchet and asked if I could help him out with that. I said, of course I can. And he said, well, I don't want to be without it. Maybe I should get another one. So he's getting this. This is the 3/8 M12 non-high speed ratchet with the non-compact head, right? So this is an older version of their ratchets. But the reason he wanted this one, because he likes the torque rating on it. This one's rated at 55 foot-pounds. The high-speed one is rated, I think, 35, if I'm not mistaken, and the long-reach one is about the same, or one of them might be 40 foot-pounds. It's within 5 foot-pounds of each other. So he wanted this one because he likes the stronger torque rating on it. So he's getting this one, and if I remember right, he's going to give me the old one to send in for him. That way he won't be without one for a while because it's his regular go-to. And the thing I like best about Milwaukee's ratchets is they have kept current with their older versions, including the original round black-headed ratchet that came out, I don't know how many years ago. This one has the larger, more squared off head on it, but most guys don't mind that. I think that Milwaukee has come a long way in the most recent iterations of their ratchets, making the long reach high speed and the other high speed ratchets, the regular length one, with the smaller compact heads on them. They're very good and they're very popular. And I like the fact that they've got now a whole array of ratchets for you to choose from. You can choose the original one still with a round black head, this one like my customer's doing, or go with the newer high-speed versions with the compact heads. They all have 5-year warranties on them, so you're covered for a good long time. Speaking of which, here's a high-speed ratchet with a compact head that's come back from repair from Milwaukee. So I sent this off for a different customer to get a warranty repair on. I just wanted to show you that the head on this one is a small, compact one. And this is the one that people really like to use. They do have a long reach version of this that is equally popular. I think if you had to make a choice, and you could only afford to buy one, go for the long reach one. I don't know too many guys who regret having a long reach ratchet, but there are plenty of guys who regret having one that's a little too short, and I don't think you're gonna run into too many problems with having a longer reach one. Usually if you've got room to get the shorter one in, that you'll have room for the longer one. So if you have to choose one, go with the long reach one. And if you have to choose between long reach ones, consider their insider ratchet that I don't have here today with me. You've seen it on some of my previous tool haul videos. That is the one that comes with a set of pass-through sockets, and it's very low profile. And it's rated for 60 foot-pounds. Not quite as high speed as the high-speed one, but it is long reach, very strong, comes with sockets, and is very low profile, so it comes with an array of sockets plus a 1/4-inch drive, 3/8 drive adapters, and a hex 1/4-inch drive bit holder. Also comes with a 5-year warranty. You've got so many choices when it comes to the M12 ratchets from Milwaukee. Just pick and choose because you cannot go wrong. This just came back from Milwaukee as well. I sent this one out for warranty repair. It's one of their M18 extra capacity 5 amp hour batteries. I sold one to a guy and it wasn't taking a full charge. So I just took that one back and handed him a new one, and this is the one that I sent in. Milwaukee's very good about turning things around pretty quickly. Once we send it to them, it's no longer than a couple of weeks where you get back a tool under warranty. Or even if we have to pay for the repair, if it's not covered under warranty, they're still very fast with their turnaround. I really like that about them. They don't generally keep you waiting forever. I think there's only been once or twice when there's been a delay, and all we did was call them and say, can you give us a status? And they bumped it to the top of the queue and got it out for us. So I love Milwaukee's after-sales service. That's one reason why I'm a big fan of theirs. And I'm going to be doing a video in the very near future, perhaps next week, about buying Milwaukee tools or other brands from places like Amazon versus a brick and mortar retailer versus an online retailer versus a tool truck. And there's going to be some very interesting topics there, Milwaukee specific, because there's things that you might need to know that you won't know unless you see that video. So stick around for that one. Oh, I'm so stoked these came in. I've been dying to show these to you for a while. These are the Streamlight Wedge flashlights in their new colors, blue and purple. Instead of a conventional switch, they have this rotator switch on here with 3 positions. Off. The first one, just rotate it up, is medium, and then it toggles on and off high. So that's a spring-loaded 3rd position there. So it defaults to low and then back to off. Pocket clip. They come with a little lanyard and a USB-C charging cord. These are really cool. I love these colors. This is a nice light. You've seen me compare these to the Coast Slayer Pro lights, and I've always told you that I would opt for the Slayer Pros from Coast. So why do I put these in my inventory? Well, these are not going into inventory. These are a special order for somebody, and he asked me about these specifically. I said, have you considered the Coast Slayers? He goes, I have. He says, I want the Streamlights. Fair enough. I will get you exactly what you want, and that's the name of the game in my business model. I have access to lots of different brands, so if it's not the Coast and you want the Streamlight, I'll get you the Streamlight. These are very good lights. They have a lifetime warranty on them. The reason why I opt for Coast is because if these have a problem, in order for me to take care of that under warranty, I have to send this to Streamlight. It costs me money to ship it. It costs time for Streamlight to process the order and repair or replace these, send them back, and I give them back to the customer. With Coast, if something breaks, I can just hand the customer a new one, take his old one, and we're square. And I don't have to deal with any of that after the fact. So that is why I prefer to keep Coast on the truck. But if somebody wants Streamlight, this is a great example of them ordering it, and I'll gladly get it for them. And they have the advantage there of being able to shop with choices that they don't get on a lot of other tool trucks. Now, in addition to the features that I just told you about on these, the one downside is they cost more than the Coast Slayers. The Coast Slayers right now are about $104, I think. These are going for $142 on sale. So there is a significant cost difference there, and I don't know what the non-sale price is for these, but it's higher than that. So just know that you're paying more for a Streamlight product, but you're getting an excellent quality product. They've been a great brand for many years. I would never throw shade at them as being inferior in any way. Just know the differences between Streamlight and Coast when you shop for lights, and you may opt to get the Coast ones. Usually when I list the benefits to people and compare the two, they always opt for the Coast ones. In this particular case, the customer wanted a Streamlight. That's the one he's going to get. Perhaps one of the least expensive, easiest ways to keep your pliers well organized is a wire pliers rack from Performance Tool. If there's a downside to these, it's that you have to use them you have to put your pliers in on end, which means you need 4 inches of clearance. So you have to put them in a deeper drawer, but you can align these in your drawer either horizontally or vertically, or along an X or Y axis, and you'll save a tremendous amount of horizontal space on your drawers when you use something like this. This is, was it 12 inches long, 13 inches long, something like that? So guys usually buy 2 of them to keep all their pliers. Otherwise, man, it's a disaster trying to get to a pair of pliers that's somewhere in your pliers drawer. It's spread around out there somewhere and you can't find it. Little tools like this make a huge difference in your efficiency. And when you're flagging hours for a living, being as efficient as possible is key to you earning as much money as you can. You save a few minutes searching for that tool. Every time you reach for it, that's going to add up over the course of a day, a week, and a month. And before you know it, it's not crazy to say that you could earn at least another $1,500 to $2,000 per year if you're well organized. And I get that info from a lot of veteran mechanics out there, and I've asked them all if that's a true or false statement. They've all said, "Oh my God, that's true." So understanding that there is a real benefit to the efficiencies that you gain when you make yourself well organized, it is worth the financial investment in things like socket organizers, wrench holders, pliers racks, things like that that are going to keep you from searching around for a tool, wasting time. And God knows, I hate chewing up time myself. And stuff like this really helps you become more efficient, and it's going to put more money in your pocket. Keep watching the channel because I've got a number of different and interesting videos that I know you're going to find valuable. One of them is an Amazon video I alluded to earlier. I'm going to show you some pitfalls from ordering from Amazon and things specifically to look out for when you do order from Amazon so you can minimize the chance of problems that are going to come to you in the future. And I'll also use some really good case studies from actual customers of mine and people that have been leaving comments on some of my channel videos. I'm also going to do more tools in the haul videos, of course, and we have some gun cleaning videos coming up too. So do me a favor and click down here now to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, use a tool, don't be one.